So you have a fiction character that you've just designed, or you have a fantasy location that doesn't have a name yet. Some people don't know how to come up with one of those fantasy names. Some people don't know how to make them up. Some people don't want to make them up. Some people don't even know where to start. I just have a page spread full of planets, nameless, that I would like to give a little bit more personality, and I went to a place called fantasynamegenerators.com. So, I'm gonna go to places and locations, planet names. So here we are with the planet names. These look really cool. Okay, so I like Kike K and Zono Rua. Rua. I can just click on them. And they'll be saved down here in the corner. And I kind of like this one too. So we can continue to generate names. Loth. Too close to Lothal. Kern. Iaria. Sutrun. I like that one. Kind of like Saturn. Oh, grade 7. I like that. And let's grab this Dunkulera. And Coklite. I like that one. Valyria. Don't quite like it, but I kind of like where it's going. Maybe I can fix it. Don't like any of these. Vetus. 77K. Not Dylan Planet. Not Mike Planet. Duras. Sounds like a bad guy's name, so I'm not gonna name the planet that, but I do like it. This one's pretty cool. Okero. Sometimes they're just a little too difficult to pronounce. They look cool, but I don't know how to pronounce this one. Disipuk. That's not a good planet name. No one can pronounce that. Diophis. Atenea. This one's cool. I'm looking for one with an X in it. There's this dark green planet. Definitely want an X for that one. And not just an X in the name. Kind of like more like this. I like Sealiv, Neri, Scion, 1PN. I don't like the 1PN, but I like Scion. I'm still looking for one with an X. I haven't found that yet. Okay, here's one with an X. I prefer for it to start with an X, but that's unpronounceable. Of course, I could just put it together myself, but it's more fun to see what's in here. Okay, here's this one. Zakroria. Still very difficult to pronounce, so I can go and patch it up later. Okay, I think I have 24 names here. So let's start going through and seeing which ones I like and how I'm gonna fix them up. So I butchered this list of names, and I came up with a couple of things. So I did like the kite, just without the K. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these two yet. I ended up liking this entire name right here, so I'm gonna go with it. Grade 7, I liked it just as it was. These three, haven't figured out what to do with them. I like Vetus 77. This one I'm still thinking about. I haven't even tried to do anything with this one. Zorth, I would like to rename it because I don't like the TB. Diophis, I chose it because I like diaphanous, but then the only thing that I came up with was Daphne. I'll think about it. Mignurth, actually I just kind of like Nurth. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Atania, I changed it to Atania. Maybe I can even put 2 T's in there. Atania. Kind of like the word attain. Cobade, I didn't like it because it reminds me of a kobold. Tharth, I like that. I was trying different number designations for it, and I kind of like G9. Macanus, Macellus, kind of like Machiavellian. It's kind of cool. Lavion, I just switched the V and the L and I got Valian, which I like, so we're gonna go with that. Zaphoder turned into Photon 10. Sealiv, I liked it as the way it was out of the generator. I'm still thinking about Vomia T1, just because Vomia, sounds like you know what. So I've got Omia, and it's got a softer sound to it. I'm not sure I like it. Zatov. I always go for the stuff with the V's and the Z's, but then when I actually get to it, it didn't really fit. So it's still sitting there. Neri 48, I liked this as was. Scion, I changed its alphanumerical designation and I got an O1, which I like better. Chovorix turned into first Harix and then Havrix, and I'm still not sure. This one started with an X, originally Zakroria, which is very difficult to pronounce, so I just came up with Zakor, which is, sorry, right here, easier to pronounce. So I'm gonna also start passing them out. So this one definitely looks like Earth just because it's green and light blue. So therefore, I want to pick something that's a little bit more supportive of life. A name like Scion. Scion 1. Scion. No, that's a Psychon. Scion. That's like a offshoot or something, like a branch, I think. So I'm gonna go with this one. This is Scion 1. That's a 1. Okay, and how about its moon? We want to pick something a little moon-like. I would like to go with Sea Live, just because moons usually support mares, which are seas. But I think Sea Live should go to a blue or green. I think I'm gonna go with changing this one right here to Okara, maybe with 2 R's. And I'm gonna go with that one for this little yellow and red moon. The one with rings, Valium looks like it's gonna go with the yellow planet. How about we change this one around to Phoebe? How about with a Y? It's a little silly, like a canopy. How about just Theo? I like that. Yeah, just like that. And then we've got this really nice blue planet right here. And I'm gonna go with Atania for that one. Sounds kind of a bit like titanium, metally. You can see it coming off of there. Okay, so this is an orangey, yellowy planet. Does Valium look good for this one? Not quite. You want something else. It would be funny to name it Saturn, even though it doesn't have any rings. Actually, I like that. I'm gonna go with Saturn Q7CV. Okay, on to the next page. Ooh. We're gonna start up here with this pink planet. Pink, I kind of like kite for it. Kite. This one, since it's a little grayer, I want it to have a more interesting name. How about it's Tharth? Tharth G9, because I like that one. This one kind of looks like Sea Live. Almost. But it almost looked like Vomia. Like vomit. Yeah, how about not? It looks like Michaelis. So this one is Michaelis. How about just diaphanous? This moon right here is going to be diaphanous. Now I got this one. I want it to be more of a murky name, like a bad guy's name, which is, of course, Veda 77. This one looks like Valium, so you get to be Valium. Okay, now we got this one with rings. Did we name the other one with rings? Oh, we did. Theo. I don't know what I'm gonna name this one, though. Let me see. We still have guys over here. I had been collecting names for this one, so let's do it. Let's go with our Zakor. This is the biggest planet, and I want something good for it. We already took Tharth. I'm gonna go back to the name generator and see what else they've got. Okay, I'm back from the name generator again. These are the new names that I copied down. I found this name, Azimuth, and I think that will work perfectly for this planet right here. So, this Silvora, I realize I haven't named a gray planet yet, so we're gonna go with Silvora for this one. I know I still haven't named this whole set over here, these 3 guys. And I still have this one to name. Okay, why don't we copy it? This one's pink, it's got rings, it's called Theo. This one's kind of pinkish too, it's got rings. Let's call it Fora. And then it has this number designation, but I don't like that. I'll take the 2 numbers, so how about a 0 in the middle, a 5 in the front, and then, sure, C. 4050C or 50C for our Jupiter-looking planet. That one's gonna be hard, so I'm gonna leave that one for now. So the reason I put these two names together, Ikuri and Wrongides, is because I wanted to combine them. I liked the IC and I liked the IDES. But I don't know how to pronounce that. Isides, Isides. Sure, Isides. Who gets to be Isides? How about this itty bitty little moon right here? Isides the moon. I think Chipso should be for this one. And I don't like the JF4A, so I think I'm just gonna go with Chipso. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a numerical designation. So this Jupiter planet, I've been looking, and this Stragua X popped out at me, and I'm just gonna take it as is. Okay, so I still have this bunch here looking at me. I think I'm gonna go with grade 7 for the blue planet. I've been saving that one. And so now also for the two moons, let me check. No one is Sealiv yet. Good. The moons are gonna be Sealiv. This one is gonna be Sealiv 1, and this one is gonna be Sealiv 3. Sealiv 2 is behind grade 7. We got them all named. Alright. Some planets have life, some moons have life, some for sure are uninhabited, and others, well, we just don't know. Scion 1 is rich in life. Considering the distance to Earth, Scion 1 is the closest within the solar system. Therefore, we can see a good deal more of this vibrant blue and green planet than we can of the other moons and planets in the solar system. Although scientists can't determine what kind of life forms inhabit Scion 1, we know there's a vast variety of life, including flora and fauna. Okara, Scion 1's moon, also supports an astonishing array of life, despite its somewhat unfriendly-looking atmosphere. Due to permanent cloud cover, it is only possible for scanners to detect trace amounts of heat signatures. Theo, the planet with rings, is a cold chunk of rock. Careful examinations of the surface confirm it also lacks any elevation or depression of terrain. Atenia, the metal-rich moon of certain Q7CV, is uninhabited. Its beautiful blue coloration is caused by the raw metal that composes most of the moon's surface. Certain Q7CV, a planet about the size of Earth, is uninhabited, just like its blue metal moon. It does not appear to be habitable and hosts no heat signatures. Valian is uninhabited. Most likely that's due to its unstable magma-like surface and its incredibly high temperature averages. Silvora, a beautiful silver planet, seems to support life, but we can't actually prove it. Its atmosphere seems conducive to hosting life forms, but there seems to be a void of actual inhabitants. I wonder why. Vetus 77, pronunciation inspired by Darth Vader, is an unfriendly planet that is inhospitable to any kind of life form, no matter how simple. The AQI value of Vetus 77's atmosphere is estimated to be 489. That is, any physical contact with the environment will hazard life, lung, and limb. Diaphanous, which regularly disappears from view due to increased amounts of noxious gases that make up its atmosphere, is not a hospitable moon. It is the appropriate companion to Vetus 77. Fora 50C, the other ringed planet, is not capable of hosting life. There just doesn't seem to be enough atmosphere or gravity to tempt anything to take root. Kike, which is very much inhabited, has thousands of bustling metropolises studding its surface. This planet boasts 7 atmospheric levels, all fairly similar to Earth's. But Kike's moon, Tharth G9, seems unable to support life. We're not sure if this is due to Kike's lack of settling technology, or that Tharth G9's surface just really can't be tamed. Grade 7 is an oceanic planet that supports an abundance of life. We don't know exactly how they live on the watery surface, but large life forms and giant heat signatures are present all over the planet. Sealibs 1, 2, and 3 are all inhabited. Remember, Sealib 2 is behind grade 7. We're not sure if all these inhabitants are grade 7 explorers or moon natives. they are surprisingly desertic compared to grade 7. Michaelis, while its blue and green appearance seems to strongly suggest life, is actually a cold world. Even its core seems to be chilled. Apparently, the greenery is not plant life at all, but a bile-like mineral that covers 50% of the surface and releases smoky clouds of gas. Calypso is one fireball of a planet. It even seems to act as an informal moon to the rest of the planets in the sector. It appears to have a surface, but that's probably so broken up by lava fissures that the tectonic plates float on magma beds. Obviously, no life exists here. It would all be barbecue by now. Strigua X has red striations on its stormy surface. It is guaranteed that there is life to be found here, and they seem well suited to living under these constant dust storms. At this distance, scanners struggle to differentiate the heat signatures of large single entities from crowds of individuals, but as the neighborhood-sized heat signatures shift in form rapidly, scientists presume the natives are nomadic bipeds, or else neighborhood-sized desert amoebas. Zakor. Not much is known about Zakor. Its entire surface is steaming and maintains a near-constant temperature no matter which part of the planet is examined. Whether this place can support life or not remains a mystery. Ecetes has no atmosphere whatsoever. Therefore, its surface is the same temperature as space. Concerningly, scanners detect a single heat signature that twinkles, then blows out, only to reappear on the other side of the planet a second later. So, is Ecetes really uninhabited? Mary 48 supports a sophisticated population that has launched many seeming probes into its own orbit. Mary 48 inhabitants seem curious about their uninhabited moon Dadrils. Dadrils, the maroon moon, seems an awful lot like Earth's own moon. Not much going on except for the dust. Photon 10 is a gaseous luminary that seems to emit its own light. However, scientists cannot as yet determine what elemental composition allows for this effect, as the gas storms on the surface are too dense to penetrate with current technology. We do know for sure that this is a planet and not a star. Bronze Earth is a massive rock giant of a planet, and it has a craggy and textured surface but does not support life. However, scanners have detected mild heat signatures. As of yet, scientists cannot confirm if this heat comes from humanoid life forms, some sort of semi-intelligent animal, an alien substance, or small pools of magma. Oddly enough, there appear to be cold, ruined structures in the eastern hemisphere of the planet. Thanks for hanging out to get the names and stories of these planets just right. You can check out this video right here to see how I actually made these planets. See you in the next one. You'll be seeing me.